The Panasonic IH Warm Jar Handicap Class 4 is the next race to go on Saturday. Race number 6, 1,400 metres. And Indigenous Realm with the hood off is at the top of the weights here, carrying 133 pounds. Star Contact, a winner 2 star to go. Flying Mojito has been back here to the trials since his first up performance when he was in behind Stunning Impact. Morado has Zach Purton jumping on board. The Perfect Peach, I should say Perfect Peach has come up with an awkward draw of barrier 13. Speed Feifei blinkers off, blinkers going on. Adderfill and the cheek peaks has come off, barrier 1 for Jai McNeil. Got Voyage Star in the lineup. He stayed on pretty well considering he was 3 wide, no cover last start. Glorious Lover was terrible last start. He's been back to the trials since. Super Hornet, Shangxi Stamina and Casa Legend, no luck at all last start. He jumps from barrier 4 for Matthew Poon. Speed here, Perfect Peach, Nick, he can roll forward to Super Hornet, probably likely to be in close attendance. And then you've got Voyage Star, hopefully he can slot in this time round.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that draw for Perfect Peach is a bit of a shocker, really, isn't it, in 13? But he did manage to muster early last time from the same gate and go forward, so you might well be able to expect a bit of the same. Drawn outside of him is Super Hornet, so both of them are going to have to come across to get to their ideal spots. Voyage Star was not too far away last time, and Speed Feifei, another one, Sylvester de Souza, I think will be positive on him, Paul.
Yeah, I think he won't be too far away too. He likes to go forward, doesn't he? It was a good run from him last time. So there is a bit of pace with those 4 horses you mentioned, and then Jiangxi Stamina will get back, I think, with Glorious Lover.
Yes, Glorious Lover, the 30 start maiden. We'll see what he can do this time around. But Nick was down at the track on Friday morning and he caught up with the jockey of Perfect Peach, and that is Lyle Hewitson.
Lyle, Perfect Peach has been racing extremely well. That was a super run in defeat last time.
Yeah, he's really come into his own this season, and having stepped up in trip, obviously won a lovely race and then backed that up from a wide draw to get denied late. So it's against us, of course, again from a very wide draw, but I've been dealt with a terrible hand on the weekend of bad draws, so we just got to overcome that, and hopefully he's one that can nullify the bad draw.
That run last time, obviously very good in defeat. It was also from the same barrier in 13. I guess if in an ideal life the race could pan out a bit the same, then you might just be doing okay to overcome it. Is that sort of the anticipation, if anything?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. Last time there wasn't much early speed, so it made it really easy to overcome it. So we'll see how it works out this time round. However, he's a horse that does show a bit of gate speed, but at the same time you're able to relax and settle. So we'll have some options to decide on, do our studying, and then of course make the decision when the gates open.
He's up 7 pounds, Lyle, but I guess the sort of the flip side to that is that the highest rated in this is only 53, so he meets a slightly lesser field than last time.
Yeah, that's true. He is up in weight. He's not the biggest horse, so the added weight isn't ideal. But like you said, it's a weaker field, and he's probably what he showed after winning to go run another good race is that he probably has some points still left in hand.
Given that he was perhaps beaten by a half-decent one last time in the shape of One Voice, did it ride like a good race last start?
Yeah, it did, and like I said, although he had it from a wide draw, although he got there and cruised around sort of comfortably, he still gave him a good kick at the top, and he was tough to the line. So, yeah, I think he's just in a rich vein of form, and Mr. Cruz has got him going well.
Lyle Hewitson there on a Perfect Peach. You would have seen Morado a little bit unlucky there as well, but most unlucky in that replay was Casa Legend. We move on to have a look at Speed Feifei here, Paul. Now, where he was first up last start, ran a pretty good race behind Sweet Encounter, never gave it away at all.
No, he didn't. The blinkers will come off him. He's just drawn a little bit awkward in 7, but I think he can get across. He has got a bit of gate speed. Look, he was right on the cusp. He didn't quite make it in the end, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ran a big race.
Yeah, he didn't make it in for me either. And I mean, look, who am I to question Tony Millard's training ability? But the blinkers come off. He's worn them 25 times, and he's won in them. So that sort of put me off. But I thought the run of Adderfill was quite good.
Yep, and he does have the blinkers going on. Adderfill from a low draw for Jai McNeil. So I think he's definitely one to keep an eye on in the contest. Voyage Star, now he was never closer than this to the running rail throughout. In the race as well, Shangxi Stamina, Star Contact, and also Flying Mojito. He's drawn a bit of gate this time round, Nick.
He has, and I quite like him here, actually. I thought this was a really eye-catcher, and just look at him there. He got chopped off in his run. He's gone for another run on the inside, hasn't quite materialised, and he's had to go right back to last. And you watch him run on, he finishes 8th in the end, but he was doing some really good work late. So I think he's an interesting runner here, Paul.
Yeah, look, I didn't get him in, but I can see where you're coming from, definitely there. He did finish off strongly.
He went off at over 50 to 1 on debut. He's currently at 12 in the market as we speak, flying at Mojito. Who's on top here, Paul? Another pretty open race to round out the TT.
Yeah, definitely. Surprise, surprise. Look, I've got Maradu on top here. I just thought he was unlucky last time. Zach Purdens jumped aboard. Castle Legend, another one that was unlucky coming out of that race. So 4 to beat 14. 7 Adderful with the blinkers on. And Perfect Peach from the front's been racing well. 4, 14, 7 and 5.
Yeah, I'm going to side with that horse we just saw in the shape of Flying Mojito. I thought that run was quite eye-catching, and he's clearly got ability, this fellow, and I don't mind him at a bit of a price from a good draw this time around. So he'll go on top. Over 7 Adderfill for Jai McNeil. I think his run last time out was quite eye-catching. Blinkers replacing cheek pieces. Voyage Star boxed on really well last time out. I think he can do the same again and run another good race at odds. And Morado in for 4th place there. He's certainly not without his chance from an informed stable. 3, 7, 8 and 4 for me.
And while the tips were running there, the favouritism changed early in betting. It was Speed Faith at 5.9, but it's now Casa Legend at 5.8 for the 6th.